Well, one of the Brexit issues was how the EU spends money. It pays out 38% of its annual budget in direct subsidies to farmers, but the system is set to be reformed. The EU is looking at making payments dependent on farmers being more environmentally friendly. But many farmers say it's just not fair to impose new conditions. Elena Casas reports from Brussels.
The European Union pays out nearly $50 billion a year from taxpayers' money in direct subsidies to farms like this. Farmers say times are hard and they need the money.
The price of milk has collapsed in the last 2 years, which has made it very difficult for farms to remain profitable.
Green groups say the current system is biased towards bigger farms and fails to support smaller operators who sell locally and take care of the environment.
The policy instruments that exist at the moment are supporting big-scale industrial agriculture. If we look at the subsidies distribution, around 80% of direct payments are going to only 20% of the farmers, and those are the big owners.
Campaigners want the money to be conditional on farmers proving they are producing sustainable food. But with the overall subsidy budget set to be cut anyway, farmers fear new rules will make it ever harder to get a share of a shrinking pot.
Europe is always asking us for more and more environmental rules, quality control, and it already creates a lot of time-consuming administration.
Britain's vote to leave the European Union will mean even less money in the pot for dairy farmers. Britain currently contributes nearly $5 billion a year to the Common Agricultural Policy. About half that now goes back to Britain's own farmers, but Brexit will still leave the rest of the EU out of pocket. Reform comes at a difficult time, with 10% of dairy farmers here in Belgium going out of business every year, and those hanging on to their farms losing money. The industry says imposing additional requirements on them will cost more and eventually send more farms to the wall.
We would like to generate more income from the market rather than direct subsidies from EU or taxpayers' pocket. This has proved to be very complicated, and unfortunately one of the biggest obstacles there is the build-up of administrative burdens, red tape for farmers to do something that is not necessarily in line with the market and the consumer expectations.
Farmers and environmental campaigners do agree on one thing. Both groups say European agriculture has become too dependent on direct EU subsidy, and the only way to end that reliance is for shoppers to pay more for their food. Elena Casas, TRT World, Brussels.